Hi everyone, welcome to Kole Sukailu, Real Aikaiwa Shadowing. Let's get started with today's shadowing lesson. Listen to today's real native conversation. Focus on the rhythm and shadow along. Kyomo, Ishoni, Step Up, Shimasho. Practice daily to master vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and rhythm. Repeat. Try again and again. Zehi. Shanaru no Toroku wo. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Ever been in an online meeting and someone throws you a curveball and you just need a sec to think? We've all been there, right?
Absolutely. It's that moment when you wish you had a pause button in real life, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what are some of those magic phrases that can buy you some time and make you sound like you're totally in control instead of just blanking out?
There are a few go-tos, for sure.
Yeah.
It's all about getting that breathing room without sounding unsure. Like, let me gather my thoughts for a moment.
Ooh, let me gather my thoughts. That's a good one. It's polite, it's professional. It kind of hints that you're about to drop some knowledge too, right?
Yeah, it's not just stalling. It's like you're about to give a well-thought-out response. Another one that works is, that's an interesting question. Let me consider that.
That's an interesting question. Let me consider that.
Yeah.
I like that. It acknowledges the questioner while giving yourself that much-needed pause. So, how can someone use this in a real meeting?
Okay, let's say you're in a meeting and someone asks, what do you think about our new marketing strategy? You can say, that's an interesting question. Let me consider that. Take a beat and then answer.
That sounds so much better than just stammering, What else have we got?
How about, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on that. It sounds considered almost thoughtful, I think.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I'd like to take a moment to reflect on that. It's not defensive, and it kind of elevates your response.
It makes you sound like you're really digging deep.
Hmm?
You can also try, I need a second to process that information.
I need a second to process that information. That's super useful because it implies that it's a complex topic and you're giving it the attention it deserves. So how could you use that in a conversation?
So say someone drops a bunch of stats and then asks for your take. Instead of rushing in, try, I need a second to process that information. Then take your time.
It is like having that brief buffer, which makes all the difference. Right? What's the final one?
Okay, last one is, before I answer directly, let me think this through for a moment. This one, it's like you're being extra careful about what you're about to say.
Before I answer directly, let me think this through for a moment. That's great for when you have to be extra careful, and it also sets a higher expectation for your answer, too.
Yeah, and it gives you that chance to not just blurt something out, but come up with a more solid answer.
Absolutely. So for our listeners, here are 5 phrases to use when you need to buy a little time in an online meeting. Ready?
Let's go.
First, let me gather my thoughts for a moment.
Second, that's an interesting question. Let me consider that.
Third, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on that.
Fourth, I need a second to process that information.
And finally, before I answer directly, let me think this through for a moment.
There you have it. 5 phrases to keep in your back pocket for those unexpected meeting moments.
Exactly, and they will definitely help you navigate those tricky questions with confidence.
All right, we've finished today's lesson. How did you find it? Kyo mo sukoshi zutsu step up. Dekimashita ne. Hontoni. Sugoi desu. Please let me know your thoughts or requests in the comments. And, Zehi cheneru no toroku wo, yoroshiku onegai shimasu. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again. Ashita mo, ishoni, gambari mashone. See you next time. Bye-bye.